explain to Americans why it's appropriate to welcome white Afrikaners here when other refugees like Afghans, Venezuelans, Haitians have all had their protected status revoked?
Well, this is a group, NBC, that is truly fake news. They ask a lot of questions in a very pointed way. They're not questions, they're statements. We've had tremendous complaints about Africa, about other countries too, from people. They say there's a lot of bad things going on in Africa, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. When you say we don't take others, all you have to do is take a look at the southern border.
Mr. President, the Pentagon announced it would be accepting a Qatari jet to be used as Air Force One.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know, you to get out of here. What does this have to do with the Qatari jet? They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? And it's a great thing. We're talking about a lot of other things. It's NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You are you're a terrible reporter. Number one, you don't have what it takes to be a reporter. You're not smart enough. But for you to go onto a subject about a jet that was given to the United States Air Force, which is a very nice thing. They also gave $5.1 trillion worth of investment in addition to the jet. Go back. You ought to go back to your studio at NBC because Brian Roberts and the people that run that place, they ought to be investigated. They are so terrible the way you run that network, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk about that. His name is Peter something. He's a terrible reporter. Quiet. Let's go. And I didn't know we'd get involved here, but I will say this, that if the news wasn't fake like NBC, which is fake news, totally, one of the worst, ABC, NBC, CBS, horrible. But if they weren't fake news like this jerk that we have here, if we had real reporters, they'd be covering it. But the fake news in this country doesn't talk about that. They don't want to talk about it, but now they have to talk about it. But they won't. This won't even be a subject. They'll have him talking about why did a country give a free, think of this, why did a country give an airplane to the United States Air Force? Okay? The United States, not to me, to the United States Air Force, so they could help us out because we need an Air Force One until since Air Force One is being built. 2 of them being built. But Boeing's a little bit late, unfortunately. So why did they give us a plane to the United States Air Force? That's what that idiot talks about after viewing a thing where thousands of people are dead.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish you did. I'd take it. I would take it. If your country offered the United States Air Force a plane, I would take it.
Okay.
And the problem we have, and the way, a correct and a fair media exposes things. But we have a very corrupt media. They won't even report this.
Mr. President, the Pentagon announced it would be accepting a Qatari jet to be used as Air Force One.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You to get out of here. What does this have to do with the Qatari jet? They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? And it's a great thing. We're talking about a lot of other things. It's NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You are you're a terrible reporter. Number one, you don't have what it takes to be a reporter. You're not smart enough. But for you to go onto a subject about a jet that was given to the United States Air Force, which is a very nice thing, they also gave $5.1 trillion worth of investment in addition to the jet. Go back. You ought to go back to your studio at NBC because Brian Roberts and the people that run that place, they ought to be investigated. They are so terrible the way you run that network, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk about that. His name is Peter something. He's a terrible reporter. Quiet.
Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Much peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. You brothers and you sisters wholeheartedly waiting upon the Lord Yahweh to send his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, to deliver us from this captivity. To you I say shalom. This video is going to be entitled, "The Devil Will Show His Horns." And I was watching this video. I actually didn't even have a topic, but I was just scrolling the YouTube feed, seeing what brothers was on, and this video popped up. Lord willing, I put it into post-production. It should be playing before this even starts. Donald Trump, right? The old Trump, OG Trump come out, right? Because he's been pretty quiet lately. He's been a good boy, a good puppet for the elites, and he I guess that reporter pissed him off. So the old DJ Trump came out. Niggas is stupid, bro. Niggas just, anyway. You can't give a nigga shit, bro. You gonna pull out of the parking spot doing fucking 45 miles an hour, and you got people coming outside for lunch. Now, if he would have smacked some fucking body, then he would have been. Anyway, man. Hey, but the Lord, hey, but that's the spirit, because the Lord is about to let Esau get down on Jake, man. I'm about to go ahead and just get the precepts. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So it's about to be a time where these devils are going to start showing their horns, man. Especially DJ Trump, right? These low-level Edomites, especially too, but mainly these elites, man. They're about to start making moves. They're gonna start coming down on Jake, man, right? And it's gonna ultimately initiate Jacob's trouble. We're in Jacob's trouble now. This is just the beginning. Women are starting to feel it. They're not getting as much attention. Men aren't simping as much as they used to. So they're not able to pay their rent. They're not able to live that lifestyle that they've been living for the last 15, 20 plus years, right? So they're starting to feel it, right? These men started to feel it. The stores, the shelves are starting to become empty, right? So we're in the beginning stages, right? Famine is coming. The sword is coming. The scriptures talk about that sword that is furbished. This is Ezekiel 28 and verse 8. And again, Ezekiel 21 and verse 8. Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. So the Lord said a sword is sharpened, and mirth is joy, happiness, laughter, being merry. So you got a sword that's sharpened, is glittering, is glistening, A sword is used to slay, to kill. So should you be in a happy and a joyful and playful spirit? No. It says, and he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished. It is given into the hand of the slayer. The slayer is Esau Edom. You see? So he's going to come down with that great wrath, man. With his different, he got his attack dogs. His different laser technology, right? His pestilences and plagues. All these different type of methods that will basically, take Jake out. When you go to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, it talks about it. 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, in verse 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So the heavenly insurrection is a violent uprising, right? A violent uprising. So they're gonna come up against those that fear the Lord. It's you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So it's like madmen sparing none. That's why, in Ezekiel, the ninth chapter, it says, set up mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right? Where it says that slay utterly old and young, maid and young women. I'm paraphrasing it. It's going to be the same thing in this time, but worse, man. But worse. Daniel 12:1, it talks about that time like never before. It's going to be a time. Michael the Archangel is going to have to stand up and defend the elect, man. Verse 72, 2 Ezra 16:72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So the trouble is coming, man. There's a sword sharpened, right? The devil is going to come down with great wrath because he knows that he had but a short time. He only has a short time left, man. And DJ Trump, he let out that old Trump, the old Trump, that Trump that be talking shit, because that's who he really is. All that trying to be professional, and that man ain't professional, man. He's a puppet. He's set up to do whatever the fuck the elite say, sign whatever piece of paperwork in the face of the masses, But that he whatever that reporter was talking about, he said, why did you give a plane to the Air Force? And it pissed him off. He's like, man, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? And that pride was pricked. So he lashed out. You see? So we're gonna come into a time where, a lot of these Edomites, these little friendly Edomites you got at your job, these Edomites that you might work up under or even work over, a lot of these devils are about to start showing their horns, especially these elites, man. When the time comes for Jacob's trouble to be full in effect, it's gonna be all hell breaking loose in this place, man. All hell breaking loose. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is gonna protect the elect, though. That's why we pray and hope that we be of that number. The elect is gonna eat. They're gonna be protected. They're gonna drink. But these devils, they're about to show their horns, man. Let's go to Job 14 and verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So he knows this. He knows the scriptures. We bring it out. We break it down. And he see it. There's a set limit on how long this kingdom is gonna last. And he's trying to figure it out. Oh, is it today? Is it tomorrow? Is it next month? Next year? Fuck, we gotta move. We gotta go. They're trying to come up with these different plans. They're building their bunkers. They're building up their mountain retreats. Their space stations and things like that. To what? Well, to no avail, but to ultimately avoid that destruction that's about to happen. So what? They still want total control. So they're going to implement the MOTB. They're going to make it mandatory. And when the scriptures say when he's about to fill his belly, then shall the wrath of the Most High come down upon him. So the Lord's going to take this man out of power. He's going to establish us. And, we're going to rule in righteousness everlasting. So don't be surprised when this devil show his horns. I got one more and I'm going to close it. Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So that's the same thing with Esau. That's Esau Edom. Right? His pride, his wickedness is like an unto rust. You can wipe it away as much as you want. You splash some water on it, wipe it down. But as soon as it dries, that rust is going to come right back. So this devil's going to show his horns, man. It's as though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass like a mirror. You know, you take a hot shower, it steams and fogs up, you wipe it, you wipe it, you wipe it. And then you walk away, you come back, it fogs back up. So you got to keep wiping. You keep wiping. You got to look real close. It says, and thou shalt know that his wrath have not been altogether wiped away. That nigga still evil, man. Still wicked. Just because he's cool, calm, and collected in a lot of these press conferences and shit. You see what happens when you prick the pride of an Edomite, or when you say something that pisses him off. They get to lashing out. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. And that's pretty much the point, you know. But how about Shemi Shai he's gonna put that spirit on Esau Edom to make his moves, man. You know, and all we can do is just pray to be in the mercy of the Heavenly Father and his son Yahweh Shai. So I'm ended there. This is just something real quick through the spirit. I pray this was edifying and faith boosting. I want to give all praises again to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rachak B'dash. Shalom.